everybody, and welcome back to Tench's Garage, where today we're going to be attempting to fix the frame on this 59. Oh, I'm filthy. Let me start off this video by saying I know what the frame repair we're getting ready to do is not the right way of doing it, but we're doing it that way because the car is not worth really anything besides parts. It's pretty bad. If you want to, the whole damn back end of it's bad. It's just the rot box. You can see where they got a piece of wood shoved in there. You like that? They kept it from collapsing, I guess. And you can see how it's all dropped down here. You can see how it's all dropped down right here. I don't even know how it's still together, but it's crazy. It's just got a real thin piece of metal still holding it up. The car's really not worth doing this stuff to, but I'm gonna do it anyway, just for the hell of it. We're gonna drop the tank, get it out of our way. Then we're gonna, I got another 59. I already took some measurements off of it. I'm gonna make a template, because this is sagged down. I'm gonna make a template off that other car. And I'm gonna make my own box. I don't have no tubing or anything. I'm just using scraps, but I got a bunch of scraps. Pretty thick steel. I mean, this is at least 1/8 inch, and some of that's thicker than that. I got some old angle iron and the shipping stuff that came with the lift, stuff like that. We'll get it together. But yeah, we're going to start off by dropping the gas tank out of the way. I got the front supported with a post. I don't think it'll take too much weight off releasing this rear axle. I mean, we're not taking it all the way off. I'm just going to release it off of the frame. Get the back tires off. Cut this out from here back. Gonna notch it in. I might take a piece of metal, and I got some square tubing. If it'll fit in there, I might shove it inside and then weld around it, and then maybe make like a gusset diamond plate on the outside of it, because it is holding the rear suspension up. But yeah, that's the plan right now. So I'm gonna get to it and let's go. First thing I'm gonna do is get these wheels off here, get them out of the way. Get you a better look at. I don't think I had the camera pointed in the right spot. Yeah, I'm gonna cut here, and then might put a piece of tubing inside of it. I got some square, a little section, and then after I weld it, step weld it like that, I'm gonna maybe make me a diamond like this out here. Getting to the back side up top on this side is gonna be kind of a bitch. I'm gonna cut this off. This side ain't gonna be as bad. You can kind of get to it. I'm gonna go further up. It's pretty, I mean, it's rusty, obviously, but it's a lot solid up here in the front. If you go up to about same on each side, about in this section here, it's pretty solid. I mean, anything's better than this. I mean, it still held. It rolled onto the trailer with this like that, and I mean, you could tell that this end was sagging, but. It's weird how this car rotted out. The whole underneath of it in the middle is fine. These whole sides are gone. You can see the back of the seat right there. That's why it's a rock box. And then this one right here, it's perfectly fine. But on the other side, it's all rotted out. They just never washed it. It's got this weird undercoating on it. It just flakes off. It's not. It's weird. It didn't. It's almost. I mean, obviously it's only been on there forever, but it pulls off in sheets. Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to. This gas tank's junk. I'm just going to cut this bolt. Not even try to worry about that. We'll probably just put like a boat tank or something in the trunk of it, just so you can drive it around, run a line down it. I mean, you ain't taking it on no epic journeys or anything like that. Probably just get some flat metal, run it across, screw it to the sides of it, maybe from out here in, and then cover it with the old ratty metal that goes here so you can't see it. Well, let's start by getting this gas tank out of here. Took this old fuel line. Hopefully it ain't got no fuel in it. Oh, it's got something in it. Alright, I got a drain pan. Keep cutting this thing out of here. It might have just been in the line, but that's the strap. What's left of it. Go ahead and cut this bolt out here. Sure, there's a sending unit wire up on top of it somewhere. Oh, I got the damn filler neck in there. Oh, I'm gonna have to slide it all out as one piece. I don't feel like it's got much fuel in it. That might have just been in the line. No, the sending unit ain't attached. I'll take this jack in my way now. Oh, it's got a little bit of fuel in it. Well, that's out of the way. And there she is. Got some fuel in it still, but who knows how old that is. It gives us a little bit more access over here. We can get to that one better. Since this floor is rotted, I might just go up above, lower it down, and after I weld most of it, and just cut a hole in the floor and get the rest of it welded in. Since, I mean, it ain't gonna really hurt nothing. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and get everything situated like we want, and then start cutting these leaf springs loose. Well, we should be able to just cut these loose now. Cut through these rivets, hopefully. And I'd take a grinder and grind their heads off of them. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. the grinder out. Grab some cutoff wheels. I think this guard's getting me. Maybe just get all this shit out of my way. I think I'm going to get me a better metal cutting blade for my Sawzall. I think I got some in my van. Let me go look for them. See the craftsmanship they got here. I didn't know they still used wooden construction techniques in the 59. Yep, there's that mouse house that was on fire. See how it's just two pieces of C-channel booger welded together every once in a while? That's their factory weld. So my welds look like shit, but theirs will look worse. See that? Yeah. It's a mouse highway through there. What I was saying was earlier when my mic got dropped, all they used was two pieces of different size C-channel and just booger welded it together. Their welds, I mean, they're probably stick weld, so, I mean, but they ain't the best, I'll tell you that right now. I know mine ain't the best either, but I just keep them that look factory. See that mouse house way up in there? Let me go grab a vacuum. We'll get them out of there. I think what I was gonna originally build myself a piece of square, but I think since I can't really get to it to weld it, I might just take this piece of metal. So you can, it's gonna go up, but and raise that floor up out of my way. You can see where it goes downhill and then it flattens out. I mean, hell, if I had a piece of box tubing that long, I'd just freaking shove it inside there and weld the perimeter of it and drill a couple holes and do some plug welds up here further up, and then pie cut it right here a little bit and bend it and then just weld it. And that would hold it really. But if I can go either on the inside or the outside with this, and then just bend it right here, take it flat out, maybe put a piece of square tubing inside of it and then weld this stuff to it. That'd make it strong enough, I'm sure. I mean, it was held together with freaking hopes and dreams before, so we'll figure something out with what we got. Can't be worse. I guess this was a bump stop or something. It's got one here, an overloader stop, but it must have had a bump stop here, and on both sides they're gone. But let me clean up some and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do. Alright, I was having technical difficulties with my mic. It had lost its Bluetooth connection for some reason. What I was saying was, these welds don't look that bad. You probably didn't hear nothing I said earlier. So what I was gonna do is, we're getting these all made, both of them, and then I'm going to get me a template off that other car. Then I'm coming here and pie cut this and bend it where the bend's supposed to be. And then I'm gonna weld it back together. I'm probably gonna step this down here, like step it and step the frame. Weld it as good as I can. I might shove a piece of, I got some 2x2 square tubing. I might put a piece of that in there just for reinforcement. Not that it'll probably need it. And then I'm probably gonna cut me some little squares and do some diamonds on it on the outside where I can get to it. So that should suffice. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and get the other one welded together. Getting sidetracked, going and getting some wheels for my son's Corvette. He's got an 84 with the infamous crossfire injection. But I went ahead and got these all welded together. I'll probably end up fully welding these. But you can see where I'm gonna pie cut it right here. I don't know if you can pick that up or not. I'm gonna cut it at an angle and then I'm gonna fold it. This will be the part connecting. Then that'll level it out where it's supposed to be. I got them both already marked. And then we'll get these welded on. I got the measurement for the cross brace, how far it's supposed to be apart. And I'm probably gonna slip a piece of, I got some square tubing over there from scrap. Probably gonna slip it inside and do some plug welds on this and the frame. Then I'm still gonna gusset it, and I gotta build a little gusset for the top because this ain't quite as tall right here as the original frame is. So I'm gonna do a triangulated gusset. I might end up using this piece that I cut out of here. Just triangulate it up and then probably plate it. And that way I can weld it all the way across the top. It's gonna be better than what it was, because what it was nothing. But that's all I'm gonna do tonight. I'm gonna get back on this in the morning and we'll see how far we can get. All right, we're out here working on the frame rail section. So I'm notching this. I'd use my bandsaw, but I kind of got off a little bit right here. I'm gonna take the grinder and straighten this piece out. And then I'm just gonna collapse it down. Gotta clean this one up a little bit too. And then I'm just gonna, when I bend it together, it's gonna get the angle I want. So that's what we're gonna do on this. So let me grind this out real quick. Now we should be able to just close that up like that and weld it. That'll give us the angle we want on our frame. I got that one marked. To do the same thing, I gotta clean this paint off of here so it'll weld worth of crap. Then I'm gonna go ahead and just seam weld all this too. I don't need this whole section. It's probably only gonna be about, probably end up cutting about that much off of it. But let me go ahead and get this cleaned up with a flapper. That way we can weld it up. I was gonna get gas today for my welder and had to unload the junk out of the trailer this morning. Go ahead and get this tacked up. I'm gonna start welding without my welding helmet on. Let's go see how that looks. Looks pretty good. I'm able to weld that in right like that. And then I'm gonna put a little right here at the top where it's not quite as tall. I'm gonna put my little triangulated piece, and then I might take a piece of square tubing and shove it inside of here and then plug weld it to both pieces. But I think that'll work. That should work. I mean, it's gotta be better than what it was, right? Can't be worse. I still gotta get the old pieces of frame, cut these old rivets out here. These springs are junk, but I'm not really worried about that. I think I got a piece of hat channel floating around somewhere to where we can at least give this thing a little bit of structure, because the frame mounts to this. It's where the body mounts are. But we're just gonna cut out all this bad and probably not even worry about wheel tubs. We might make ourselves like a tub to separate because you can see the back of the back seat here. We might make ourselves like a flat panel just to separate the cab of the vehicle from out here, because this shit's gone, buddy. I mean, you can tear this car apart with your hand right here. Race car weight reduction. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I got a clutch for it over here. Hopefully it's the right one. It's the one they said went to it. So I got a clutch for it right here. And then after I get this frame done, I'm gonna drop the transmission out and put a clutch. See about putting a clutch in it. And that should be drivable then. I mean, all it needs is a couple, I think it's got high beams. Low beams don't work because it needs bulbs, but all the electrics work. So, well, all the stuff you need, like headlights and turn signals. I don't think the blower motor or the radio works. I don't even know if it's got a radio. It might be radio deleted. Yeah, this old, it ain't a rat rod, it's a rot rod. We're gonna patch in, we got a bunch of stainless. We might end up doing making our own little stainless bottom for it, like almost like it would be the trim for it, but we'll see what we do, if we're gonna do that or not. But I'm gonna get this other piece notched out and tacked. And then I gotta cut some tubing out of that over there. And when I start to weld it back, I'll bring y'all back to it. What I think I'm gonna do on this is, exactly the right size, but I'm gonna weld this in, plug weld it here to the outside of the vehicle on both ends. Stick this in here, weld that in. That way I can push it into the car's frame, drill me some holes, plug weld this, at least to the outside and the bottom, and then that'll give it a little bit more strength anyway. And then I'm still gonna plate the outside on the top, on the side and the bottom that I can get to. It's gonna take everything this little compressor's got to keep running, so you probably won't be able to hear me too well. I got this one off. I gotta clean up get the rivets out. I mean, it don't matter, I guess, but if I get them out, I can weld it, plug weld where them are too, to the new metal. Weld the perimeter and plug weld these. And I still gotta get this side off. So I'm gonna work on that. I probably don't want to sit here and listen to the damn compressor running, so I'm gonna turn my mic off. But let me work on getting these off here, and then when I start welding it back together, I'll get you back on here. These cleaned up pretty good. I can't get them damn rivets out. I got both sides pretty good actually. I still need to clean them up a little bit better with the flapper. I'm just gonna perimeter weld them. Just weld them to it. So that's the plan on these. I got my plug holes made in here. Clean this edge up, put that piece in here, weld this perimeter here, as much as I can up here. I'll try to get my welder up against here. I can probably just go up when I lower the car back down. I'll just, I'm yelling. I got earmuffs on, but I'm gonna lower the car back down. I'll take this out. I gotta cut all this out anyway, and I'll weld the top of this, probably put me a gusset here. I'm gonna put me a diamond here. A little flat piece, maybe, well, it's up higher now, so I'm just gonna make me a little double gusset it. It should hold. I mean, it was being held together with hopes and dreams before, so that should be good now. It's getting pretty late. I think it's about 9 o'clock. I think I'm gonna call it for tonight. Get back on it in the morning, and I'll see y'all then. Well, we're at it again this morning. I got these all prepped up. I got this cleaned up pretty good on the outside. I got these cleaned up. I didn't get them rivets out. I'm just gonna weld the perimeter of it. I need to get this cleaned up a little bit more on the back side. I got one of those belt sanders. I just gotta find it. So what the plan is to get these tacked in, and then get the cross brace on the back side. Goes from here to here, because I already got that measurement. And I got the measurement for the back edge of these shackles, or shackle mounts, so we can make sure we get them put back in the same spot. So I pulled off of this hole originally to back here on the other car, so I knew where they would be. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the welder set up, find that belt sander so I can clean up the back side of that frame rail to get halfway decent weld on it, and then we're gonna get at it. So I found this. Hopefully that can clean it up pretty good in the back. And I also got a roll lock on the die grinder there, so hopefully that'll allow us to clean it up pretty good. Oops. Lost my belt. That'll probably work good enough for what we're doing. I mean, I don't plan on selling this car to anybody like that. I'd never do something like that. But enough to where you could at least move it around and not to worry about it breaking in half on you. I mean, I drive it myself, but all right, let's get to welding this shit on here. And this ain't exactly the right shape for this. Looks like it's got being pushed out a little bit too far, but it's what I got. No, I think I forgot to turn the damn gas on. Weld's better with the gas on. And you know what they say, you can't weld good, weld a lot. Oh hell, it'll be alright. And 3 rosette welds just freaking locked it down. Wonder if I could smack that down and make it tighter with a sledge. Let me get a little seam burned in right here. I can't really get to the inside on this one. I'm gonna have to do it from above once I lower it back down. I'll go ahead and plate this one, I guess. And it looks like shit, but looks like shit. See what I got around here to plate it with. All right, I'm gonna cut me up some plates, and then the other side I'm gonna have to weld whenever I cut the floor out. The other side on over there I can weld all the way around, I believe. Out and try to get a plate on this. This is not the right way to do this, but this is the way I'm doing it. I cut this down a little bit more so it's smaller. I messed up when I put that square tubing in there. It didn't allow these to be even on the edge. But it is what it is now. So I'll get this on here like this, and then I'll smack it down with a hammer. The hammer is your friend when you're doing butchery. Let me get some light on this so I can see a little bit better. I'm gonna say that's probably enough to hold it for now. Yeah. We'll work on the other side when we tear the floor out. Yeah, they're ugly, but they're hot. It's hard to get to it. It's a funky angle. I ain't got the car up high enough. Let me get to the other side over here. All right. I got this welded in, My welds look like shit. This one looks good. Sometimes it's a good, and sometimes it's a shit. This one here looks like hell, froze over. And this one here ain't that bad. But it's all, I mean, my welder keeps dropping voltage for some reason. And this old shitty metal, I just don't wanna weld that good. But it's solid. It's a hell of a lot better than the old 16th inch piece of metal holding the whole thing together. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple braces in here for that. I'm gonna take a piece of metal and triangulate this out to here, and then when we go to mount the bumper, we'll just drill holes all the way through it. I mean, I guess, and at least this is actually sitting on something now. Before it was sitting on nothing. But that's rotten. It's supposed to have mounts here somewhere. It's missing the bump stops. They're gone. I got these pieces of metal here. I was gonna cut a piece of that off and just weld it, and that way it's already got a hole drilled for a universal bump stop. So, I mean, it looks like shit, but it's better than it was. And it's just an old piece of shit car anyway. I got the clutch. We might try and get that in tomorrow, maybe. But that's all for now. See you tomorrow. Well, I'm back at it again today. My welder was giving me fits yesterday. I was running on 110. I came back through and re-welded a bunch of this stuff, or went over top where this was real porous. And I hit some of that other stuff real good. This was blowing out because it's real thin right there, but I turned the amperage down and got that. What I did was I ran a 30 amp plug, and I just jumped into the power that's feeding my lift, because you're never going to use them exactly at the same time anyway, so they can share the same cord or power source. But it's raining, so it's probably going to get pretty loud in here because I ain't got it insulated. Well, we started working on shit and then found out that this front cross member was rotted out. So we patching this in as good as we can with scrap. This side over here is so thin, whenever you try to weld it, it just blows apart. So it's got to be cut up here, and this has got to be taken off. And wasn't planning on doing all this shit, but we decided to do it anyway. And my son's back here making stainless steel quarter panel pieces. He got him a template off the other car outside, and he's got this piece of stainless right here. He's going to cut him a section out of it. So we're getting off track, and we're just rat rodding this muzzle sticker with a bunch of scrap stainless, and it's all rotten back here anyway. No, you just fold.
Let me see it. I want to show them my design.
Your design you're going to do?
Well, I'll finish it when I do it, but space age for a space age car look cool. It looked like the side of like a wiener thing or something.
I started drilling that to where you can screw it to this old rotten box here. The old rot box. You can see where they patch it with rubber, but they got it patched with rubber. That's crazy. That's why it rotted so bad. Yeah, that's why it rotted so bad. You ever seen it? They had 2x4s in the frame, and they got rubber instead of metal. Whatever the hell they glued it down with right here is holding it. Oh, they got a piece of metal holding it.
Same as over here.
Yeah. That's wild.
That's a janky patch right there.
I mean, we're butching it, but this is super butch. Yep. 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 Gone.
Stainless steel's going in there.
Gone. That's why they can't put the hinge springs in. But look at that. It's going to be a lift-off trunk. Just put some, mount some brackets for some hood pins, and just lift the trunk off whenever you want to get in it, like hood pin, like a race car. Things got out of hand last night, and we cut a bunch of this old metal out. I welded the top of these. My welders, I ran a 220. Well, I already showed you I ran a 220 plug-in. It works a lot better now. Still ain't the prettiest welds in the world, but I got it all triangulated up. I'm gonna cut this out since it's rotted anyway, so I can weld this side of the frame. I might just cut this whole floor out and just build a skeleton. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. But I'm gonna cut this out so I can get to this side, weld it up, probably put another little gusset in there, and then I'm gonna start working on that, dropping that transmission out of it. All right, I got the car up in the air. We're gonna start by taking out the drive shaft, and I'm gonna come up here and disconnect all the shifter linkage off of this and the speedo cable, and then see if I can't get these cross member bolts out. They're probably 9/16. Let me get this U-joint off here real quick. I already lubed all this stuff down for the last couple days. You can probably hear the fan drowning everything out. It's pretty hot. Well, humid. It's not really hot. Well, I guess it's about 90 degrees. And yeah, you're probably thinking to yourself, why is this idiot working on this piece of crap? The old Ford. He's got all them other cars to work on. And you're right. You're right. I shouldn't be wasting my time on it. But sometimes you just get a hair in your ass and want to do something goofy. If you can't get an old piece of junk rot box Ford going down the road. And like I said, if you find another car, well, we got another one, but we got parts for it already too, but you might want parts. It's got some good parts on it. I mean, you can probably drive it now. I got it booger welded back together. Probably gonna just cut that wheel well out for the spare tire and run me another cross brace and weld it to the frame underneath there to give it a little bit more structure right there. Because that part there is a booger welded. I could not get my damn welder up in there to weld it. I had to have it back so far and it didn't want to weld right. Being that far away, I guess I could have turned the gas up and try and get a closer voltage up. And the fact that you're welding old rusty metal don't help neither. Not being able to clean it that good. Yeah, what I messed up was putting that tubing inside there and it shoved it all to one side instead of having it lined up exactly on each other. Oh yeah. Let me get that jack underneath of here. Mostly all this shit's 9/16 it looks like. These are all just held on with little clips. That just looks like a piece of wire there. That might be 7/16 for that speedo cable. That's bigger than 9/16. Those are 9/16. Oh, then we're gonna break. I did not want to deal with that. No. Just gotta work her back and forth. I wanted to fling that across the room. They're not very long bolts. That one is already broke off in there. Got some lubies. Looby dooby dooby doo. Watch out. Oh. Get these cotter keys out of the shifter linkage here. Hopefully the clutch I ordered was the right one. It said it's the one it said was for this car, so we'll find out. Grab a light. That one's fun to get to. Go across the top on that one with some extensions, probably. Surprisingly, these come out pretty easy. Most of the shit. Probably just because it's covered in grease. Looks like the tail shaft seal has been leaking for a while. It's covered in grease right there. See right here? Put 3 different bolts. 3 different fucking bolts. 11/16. I gotta get that speedo cable on there still too. Damn! Now those ones are on there. Are they just spinning? Yeah. And it ain't a nut. It is a nut. I thought it was just like a pressed in thing. Yeah. Get a wrench on that. Smaller than 11/16. Probably 5/8, 9/16. I don't have a 5/8 wrench in here. I'm gonna get one out of my garage. I can't fight this feeling anymore. I'm back. Back in the saddle again. Try and wedge it against the damn car so I ain't gonna hold both of them, but damn. Well, the sticker is on there, buddy. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to get an impact on that. Oh, let's try her again. There we go. Well, she's coming loose. Let me get this jack underneath of it. 20 hours later. I gotta get that speedo cable out of there too. 7/16, ½ inch, something like that. Don't worry, I'll edit all this out. If I had another set of hands, I could probably just grab it out of there. The case is leaking anyway. It needs a gasket on the tail shaft, it looks like. This thing might be at its limit. Yep. It don't go up high enough. See if I can't slide a board or 2x4 underneath of it. That's all I need. Let me get that dang speedo cable out real quick. Probably gonna start dumping fluid out. Damn, that mother sticker's in there. That is a heavy mother sticker. Let me lower this down a little bit and I'm gonna lower the car down some. I mean, I don't mind manhandling something, but I don't want to do that. It ought to reach it down. What you get when you buy the cheap one. The good one, freaking $800, and it lifts higher. But the little $200 one. we go again, another 20 hours. Here we go again. Same old stuff again. Marching down the avenue. Oh, shit. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Holy rusted metal, Batman. This fucking thing. Should have drained the oil out first. These fucking junky ass transmission jacks ain't worth a shit, are they? I think I got long arms. That's the wrong way of doing that. Kinda. That's shot. Hear that? Junk. Looks like it's been leaking. That front seal on that transmission probably leaks. Yep. Have to replace that. Or at least separate it and put some RTV in it. Is it time for a beer yet? Now how is this many bolts of the bell housing gun? It needs forward to the damn starter. I think bolts to the transmission, so you gotta take that loose. Yeah. Little tiny bolts holding it on. Let me put all these transmission bolts in a bag or something so that they don't get lost. You get this inspection cover off, get the starter off. Alrighty, let's work on that. Let me raise this thing back up so I'm not freaking, hell with it. I'll just do it from where it's at. I gotta replace the starter cable anyway, so I might as well just unhook it. It's loose anyway. There's probably little mice or something. Nope, no mice. Hopefully I can reuse this flywheel. Hopefully I got the right size clutch. Yeah, this has been replaced once. It says driving force on it. Let me get you here. You can see it probably. It doesn't even look that old. It might just be frozen to it. Hell, I don't know. Well, we'll get it out of there and see. Got some chewed up teeth a little bit. Maybe it was, well, it wasn't just a throwout bearing. I don't think that'd keep it from shifting. All right, well, let me work on getting the rest of this stuff off here. I need to go get a cold drink. All right, I'm gonna take a refresher break. I'll be right back. Show you this right here. There's the the pressure plate. It's rusted on there. I got this is froze to it. I think it's just frozen. You can't even, I mean, it is stuck, buddy. I think it just sat for so long and froze and wouldn't come back loose. And the throwout bearing was shot. I mean, it's still got plenty of life on this side of it. I'm just gonna take it off and flapper wheel the flywheel. See if it looks this. Is it the same size or did I? Let's see if I got the right one. Oh, this one might be bigger. I might have gotten too big a one. Yep, I bet you I got the wrong size. Let me check my, I mean, I got the one that said it was for it. See if the bolt pattern lines up. Nope. Too big. I need a smaller one. Son of a bitch. Well, I'll have to send this one back. Or get a different flywheel, I guess. Well, there goes that. I was hoping to get it back together today. I mean, shit, you could probably reuse this. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna clean this. I think I'm just gonna clean this this up and the pressure plate surface and just bolt it back together and put a new throwout bearing in it. Because it looks like it's brand new. That's like they parked it and it just froze and it would never come loose. All right, well, we'll give it a try. All right, so what I did was I just, can you see it? I just cleaned up the flywheel, cleaned up the pressure plate, and used the new throwout bearing out of the clutch kit that I already got. That should work, hopefully. I mean, I could order one, but it won't be here for a week. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put it back together and hope for the best. Think they could put more shit in your way? Probably just throw that new starter cable on here while I'm down here. Let me run and get that real quick. Or if I can remember where it's at. Let me go see. New starter cable. I'll go ahead and put it on here. That way when I lower the car, I can just hook it up. Let me go see if I can manhandle this damn transmission up here or not. Probably not. Get that transmission jack. There it is. A little grease on the old splinage. Might be easier just to throw it on my damn shoulder. This floor ain't flat, so it has some humps in it. Oh, you motherfucker. Get this fucking thing out of my way. Went in further that time. That shit's running right down my back. Come on, bitch, you're almost there. Oh, I must be in because I can get the bolts going now. Alright, I got them all started. Alright, my camera died. Let me see, it scares me. I got the transmission back in. I got to get some cotter keys for this and put the dust shield on, or inspection cover, whatever you want to call it. I got the drive shaft back in. I'm going to go get these cotter keys, or cotter pins, and put this inspection cover on, and we're going to see if she'll work. And I got a big mess to clean up. Alright, we're gonna get this thing fired up and see if she'll go into gear. You keep an eye on the back wheels for me, if I can get it to start. Shifter linkage binding. I gotta do something with the shifter. It ain't working right. But the clutch is working. I must have it binded. It's in gear, whatever it's in. Alright, let me lift it up and look. It's got something, the shifter ain't working right. It was working before and now it's binded or something. There it goes. So you got, that should be reverse. That's first, second, third, okay. That's reverse. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's reverse. No, that's forward. I don't know if reverse works right. That's second. That should be third there. Yeah. That should be reversed. Yeah, it's reversed. All right. Well, seems like they all work. So that's good enough to move it around. It could have used a new clutch probably, but I'm not waiting on it. Got to get the video out, and I ain't got time to wait because I got to start a job tomorrow morning, and I'll be on that for at least a week. Then I'll have a week off, and then another job, and then another job, back to back. So I'm trying to get as much of this stuff done as I can when I got the free time to do it. So let me see if I can't get this to pull out of here, and get it parked outside somewhere. Probably just park it in the yard. And lower this thing down. Get these arms up from underneath of it. Then we'll get to see if my frame repair is actually worth a shit. We'll still have to get it back in here to put shocks and run some bolts through them shackles just to be safe. But we got other stuff to work on, so we're gonna go ahead and get this out of here. Park it outside. Let's see what she does. Had to do a 4 million point turn. Whew. Oh. Well, she runs and kind of got brakes, and they need to be adjusted. And it moves on its own power now. So if my son wants to mess around with it, make a rat rod out of it, he's more than welcome to. I'm sure he'll have me helping him work on it. Well, that's all I'm gonna do on that for now. Figure out what I'm gonna work on next. I haven't decided yet. I think maybe my mother-in-law's, we're supposed to fix up one of those. We got that other 59 we got for her to fix up because her dad had one when she was a little girl. So, and we might work on that and some on the side, and then I got all these other vehicles to work on too. So that's what we'll be doing next. Something I'll let you know. Probably maybe my Cutlass. Get the motor. Work on the motor for it. But I'd appreciate if you'd like and subscribe and share, comment down below. Appreciate you.